We're live. They just released the ratings, the San Francisco radio ratings, and this is kind of a jolt. Now, nobody was surprised, certainly not me, at the February book, but it's nevertheless pretty startling when you look at it. So, the headline in the sports radio department is KNBR once again flatline, couldn't break a 2. Fact, the same number that they got for January 24, they got for February 1.9. So that's the game. And again, these are beauty contest numbers, folks. They don't mean as much as they used to, but nevertheless, they are a reflection of the trends. I know for a fact that KNBR's programming has been absolutely rejected and turned off, literally and figuratively, by the listening audience. Why do you think they're pumping their Twitch and their YouTube? They're going out in every way possible to try to get as much of a pulse as possible, but it's failed. It's failed. Even with these additional little mini programs like the Warriors, hosted by John Dickinson, or the 49ers by Mr. Draft Boy, Larry Krueger. But it hasn't moved the needle. It hasn't even moved anything. And look, everybody has their bad moments, but this is ultimately reflected in the fact that you can't have cheap local guys that shouldn't belong on the radio, that only got their jobs because their fathers wanted them to get jobs. So they put Papa's son on, and they put Mike Silver's son on, who is a monumental dud, who actually makes Greg Papa look worse. He's no guy. KNBR Cumulus has to come to grips with the fact that their only help and salvation is now baseball. And that's assuming they get an extension of their Giants. That's Giants contract. That's the rumor going around that Giants are probably going to announce on Tuesday the fact that they've extended with KNBR. They really have no leverage, and KNBR is kind of stuck. They don't know what the hell to do. Literally and figuratively, they have no clue. They certainly have no person, respected or otherwise, who has an ability to program, who has an ability to take something to turn chicken, as they proverbial chicken shit, into chicken salad. They don't know what they're doing. So they put, and a lot of this is financial, but they put these not even mediocre yahoos on the radio, and they expect that they're going to get some sort of lineage, and they have not and will not. Their only hope, again, is baseball starts up on Thursday. But the way baseball is these days, as I've said numerous times, that's no salvation unless the Giants start off on this, magnificent, 15-1 start, or 19-6, something similar to what they did in spring training. Anyway, it's bad news. If you listen to KNBR and the dejection or the little negativity in their voices, that's why they didn't get good news on Monday. Conversely, 95.7 The Game. Now, they do have the Warriors as their flagship station. Not that big of a deal, but they're trying. And they do, compared to KNBR, have competent, not great by any stretch of the imagination, competent hosts who at least have some element of non-boredom. At least you can listen. I'm not thrilled by any means with 95.7 The Game, but compared to KNBR, KNBR is the Titanic. There's no hope in sight. So, a couple of other radio notes, just minor. KCBS is the monopoly. They went up in their ratings. Big news was the fact that Coit had a little bit of a letdown, and we'll talk about this more at a future time. But uh, the sports station in San Francisco, now they can say it unequivocally. 95.7 the game is way, way, way heads and tails over Titanic KNBR.